All right, y'all. I'm gonna set this up. Hang tight. Give us a few minutes. All right, all right, all right. I am back. It's just me now. And, oh, let me turn off this music. It's jamming. How's everybody doing tonight? We're still hanging out at Midwest Gaming Classic. It's Friday night, preview night. So this is one of the best nights to come and play all the games before the crowds come over the weekend. Casey is 7 hours closer than TPF. I know. Hey, I need to get with the Casey Retro team. So love to check out the show, see how we can participate. We'll see what's going on for this year and try to plan for something bigger next year. It'll happen. Hey, Spunky, thanks for joining me. I am waiting for Anna to join us, but I figured first, while we wait, we can do a little walkthrough of the show. So I'm gonna set that up real quick. All my fancy technology. Hold on. Hey, Burrs. Scooping from 11 to 12, where at? Yeah? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, bet. I will be there. I don't need a chair to enjoy his ice cream. I will. Yeah. Yeah, I'll text him. Hi, Pez. We're going to do a walkthrough. Burrs is making us some awesome ice cream. He made some awesome ice cream for us. Hold on 1 second. I need to put this down. I'm blowing bubbles, y'all. That means we are on our I can't math. We're on hour 16. We got this. Wait for it. I need to move this Zoom clicker here. Sweet. All right. I'm going to make sure. I think my audio is working. Let's see. I'm going to turn this down. Oh, wait. I got to turn this up. Oh. Whoa. Come on. PC mic is up. Okay. Check, check, check. I can't get my screen to not be dirty. I need a new screen protector. All right. My nose is running. I'm sorry. I promise I won't touch any pinball machines until I sanitize. All right. There we go. Can you still hear me? Black Cat Pinball. I saw you logging on to play games on Steam earlier, and I was so jealous. I was like, he's playing video games. All right, y'all can hear me? Okay, sweet. We're going to do a walkthrough. We're waiting for Anna to join us. And In the meantime, I'll show you guys the rest of the show. Shipping. All right, so the better way for me to hold. This is where we've been streaming all day. It's been fun. We've been doing game maintenance, game fixing, troubleshooting. The seminar we just did with David was awesome. We fixed the prospector, which they've already rolled back behind there. But this is our booth. So Jaws is our headlining game. We're here with Stern Pinball and Kingpin Games. We brought our big Jaws booth out. We have 20 Jaws here. 22 Jaws, actually. One in the tournament and one is our product demo Jaws. The leaderboard challenge is going on. Everyone has till Sunday at 3 to get their names up on the leaderboard to win some prizes. Let's see. You see your name up there? I see some names I recognize. Nice. All right. I'm hoping y'all can still hear me and see me. All right. Besides Jaws, we brought Venom, Stranger Things, Deadpool, 007, Godzilla, Iron Maiden, Jurassic Park, Avengers, some Star Wars. For the most part, I potted up the games by designer that is playing. And Kingpin also brought out a bunch of games. We got Labyrinth and a Jersey Jackpot, some ice cold beer, which I would love to have and would love to play this weekend. Everyone's enjoying pinball until midnight tonight. Elvira House of Horrors and AC/DC. It's super cool for Kingpin to bring those out as well. Their booth is looking epic. Hi! That's really cool. They got a little photo wall. You can see all their art plates. The cool truss. Hey guys! Wave to the live stream. We got Troy from Tilt and Kingpin. Everyone's here just hanging out, enjoying pinball. Yeah. Yeah, oh, I want to. I know, it's so big. All right, this is what he says I need for my arcade. This Godzilla VR Kaiju Wars, the new Raw Thrills VR game. It is a beast. I'm gonna see if this works. I would really love to get a pulse check. I just want to see the chat. What's up? Oh, thanks for the raid subside. Okay. All right, we're back. Are we back? There we go. With some Pulp Fiction. Oh, I see. It's whenever I switch over, it switches to my wide angle camera, which is not as good quality, and that makes me really sad. It's Tilt Amusements Row of games that you can buy. They got the leaderboard up as well, standing in front of Spooky. Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Looney Tunes, and Scooby-Doo are here. Let's check out some Looney Tunes real quick. pretty cool. Living the dream. Yep. It's pretty Scooby-Doo action. And their new Texas Chainsaw Master. And Looney Tunes. Their displays keep getting cooler every year. And this is the fan favorite, Motorhead. Congrats to David Peck, Brad Albert, and team for making this beautiful beast. All right, we're going to keep going. I'm so tired. I don't even know what to say anymore, but I'm just going to show y'all some cool stuff. The stair climber. We got Alien and Queen, some Pinball Brother game, hanging out. How did you do that? Dude, he cloned himself, and that makes so much sense why he's at every show, because we were literally just talking to him 5 seconds ago there, and he's just standing here like he's been here for the past, I know. You got the leader. Oh. Jay Brand, ladies and gentlemen. Our inspiration. If you don't know Jay, you should know Jay. Oh, he has a shark fin. You have a shark fin?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He is the creator of Pinball Olympics, the most wild pinball tournament you will ever experience in your life. It's usually scheduled around Pinball Expo time, so look out for that. It's where you play pinball machines in the weirdest ways ever, and that's our inspiration for our Six Flags Pinball Funhouse, the new title, tournament that we're doing at the VIG after party tomorrow. Oh, I think Anna is here. Awesome. I'm going to start walking back to the booth. Let's see if I can get her in the call. Anna, if you can hear me, we are live right now. I'm walking back to the booth so we can set up. There's rows of so many console and PC games to play, and then it feeds you into the arcade games area.
Nice. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yay.
Thanks for joining us. Oh, wow. Look at that. Some analog gaming.
Oh, that's cool. That's rad.
Yeah. So it's been a pretty cool show so far. There's tons of arcades and video games and tabletop gaming and vendors.
Wow.
Yeah, it's they take over the entire Baird Center. It's a Milwaukee Convention Center in downtown Milwaukee, and all 3 floors are filled with gaming content. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna jump off of this one. Hold on, maybe let's see, what's gonna be the best way to do this? Let me stop this video, and I'm gonna start our video over here. Can you still hear me?
I can.
Okay, awesome. We will go to show you our OBS virtual camera.
I have nothing but black shirts, so I just wore a tank top so I don't look like a floating head.
Perfect. gonna jump out of. Okay, so you should be able to hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you also.
Awesome. Hello, everybody out there. We're gonna play some Pinbuilder together and make a cool new pinball machine. I don't know if I want to start from the one we did, the first one.
No, let's do a new one.
Okay, awesome. So Anna, I'm gonna switch my audio real quick, but
Hang
while
on.
I do that,
Okay.
while I do that, tell us about the new updates you have to Pinbuilder.
All right. I'm kind of trying to set up here too a little bit. So with the update that came out late last night, about midnight my time, Arizona time, I added a new room, which is actually a spinoff of one of my favorite movies, which is The Shining, the Stanley Kubrick version. And it's got some really cool stuff. It's got the bathroom scene from, the bathroom from room 237 and some other cool, weird stuff from that movie and the carpet and stuff like that. So that's a new thing is the room. And as far as the game itself goes, the playability and modability and all that, I added silicone rubber as an option to the flippers and some posts and all the posts and the slingshots and things like that have rubber. So currently there's just the standard version of each of the post types, which is just the basic plastic, and the standard flippers, which has the silicone option. I may just set that up so that it's a separate option altogether so that you don't have to pick a variant of a component type to select silicone. I think that'd be better. Let's see, there's some small bug fixes and some big bug fixes, and also VR is now enabled. So
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh my gosh, yes, please. Sorry. Tell us about the VR.
yeah, so I am so excited about VR because last week I bought one of these guys. This is the Quest 3. This thing is so awesome. I can't tell you how awesome it is. I got this 16-foot cable, and if you plug it in, it's the USB-C to a USB 3.0, and so I plug that straight into the back of my computer, and it works amazing. So you use the Oculus Rift software, turn that on, and then in Steam, you turn on Steam VR, and then when you're in the game, and I can show you when we get the. Do you want me to share my screen, my Pinbuilder?
Yeah, let's look at it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Where do I go for that? Share screen.
All right, I'm gonna see
Pinbuilder. Okay.
Let's see if it'll work. Hold on.
And it does say I'm sharing it, so.
Yep, good. I see it. I just need to get it into frame.
All right.
Oops.
Oh. Set mute. Oh, docked bottom.
Okie dokie.
Oh, it looks like it's up there.
All right. Oh my gosh. There you go. That's the big two.
Nice.
Yay.
Yeah, okay. That looks like it's working.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Okay, sweet. So, are you ready?
Let's see. I'm trying to get it to like that. Okay, that works.
All right. Okay, so let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So if you want to turn off the build sounds, you can do that here with this little rascal right there. There's a new option for that.
Oh, nice.
And then this use VR if connected button is not functional right now. So, and I don't think I even need it. So I may just take that out of there. So if anybody sees that, don't be confused. If it does nothing for you, you shouldn't need it. So let's go back to the menu. Now, I don't have my VR stuff on at the moment, and I don't want to turn it on during the stream because every time I've done that during a live stream, it has crashed my stream. So
I'm sure. Yeah, the video processing needed for all of that.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna do that tonight. But if you go to the Pinbuilder YouTube channel, I think it's 2 videos ago. Or 1 video ago, there is a video where I do show myself being in VR. So you can check that out. So if you do have a VR headset connected, these little icons down here, these buttons will turn green, like a nice bright green. And you can click on them, and that will open up the table, whichever table it is here, in VR. And it's currently just opening it up in a very basic VR room. I will set it up so that we can open up stuff in the new or in any of the rooms, and I need to build a new menu for that. So it'll be VR only environment that you're in when you're in VR. And I'm also working on AR or MR, augmented or mixed reality, excuse me, in which you should be able to just play and see only the pinball machine with the pass-through. So it'll be like it's sitting in your own house or room. So the Quest 3 has a bunch of cameras on it that do a full color, pretty good definition video pass-through. So when you turn it on and have pass-through enabled, you can see yourself, and the lag is almost non-existent. I'm so impressed with this thing. It's so
it's literally like you're playing the pinball machine in your house.
Yeah.
That you made.
That you make, yeah. Yeah, it is amazing. Standing in the middle of a space that I created, it's just, it's just so mind-blowing. It's so exciting. Wow. That tech is awesome. I've been trying it out with some other stuff, other games that I have too. I have a really cool older racing game that is natively VR enabled, and it is just amazing. It feels like you're really driving. And with this, it really feels like you're standing there playing a pinball machine. So for anyone who has virtual, flipper buttons and stuff like that, it would be a mind-blowing experience.
Absolutely.
I'm going to set it up, too, so that you can use a controller to grab the plunger and let it go and stuff like that. So make it really immersive, And so you can also touch the components on the playfield, like drop targets manually and things like that. So, yeah, I'm jazzed about that. So let's see. Do you have any questions or thoughts on the VR world?
I just want to play the VR game, and my mind is blown. Like, the level you're taking it to is so amazing, Anna.
Thanks.
Like, I can touch a drop target and it go down. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We do have some questions in the chat. So, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I also really want to set it up so that you can build a table in VR. I think that might be fun.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
I was thinking too, the next level is like troubleshooting a pinball machine. So like, as you were saying before when we were last talking, there's going to be some degradation in the parts, right? Like potentially like rubber breaks and you need to replace the rubber, in that sort of sense. So it'd be cool if the next level of Pinbuilder is like pin repair, and I'm sitting here putting in the new tight silicone beds on my home game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like flippers, coils will burn out, and you'll see a little smoke or something. And
adjusting the switches and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I am really looking forward to getting to that point. Up until this point, June 2nd, and the game will have been on Steam for early access for a whole year.
Yay, congrats.
Yeah. And
happy anniversary.
Thank you. I'm not sure how long early access will go, I don't expect it to be more than 2 years, I'm hoping, because I've got a lot of the real core mechanics and gameplay, pinball related stuff, kind of knocked out. And a lot of the bugs and stuff are really gone. So it's kind of one of those things. It's like, okay, well, how far do I go with development before I say, oh, it's ready for prime time? But the truth is that the only difference between it being an early access and full release is the name, full release or early access, because I'm not going to stop working on it. It's going to constantly evolve, regardless of whether it's in full access, So the game is just going to keep on getting better. And that's exciting for me because I really love working on it.
That's super exciting for all of us too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna.
Yeah. And one last thing I wanted to mention was I recently was talking to a gentleman who builds homebrew pinball kits. And these are kits that you can buy. I wish I could remember his name. I know his name is Ernie.
Is it Ernie Silverberg?
Yes,
Titan
it is.
Pinball?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, not Titan. Trident Pinball.
Trident, that's it.
Trident Pinball. Yay! I love Ernie.
So he and I are talking about releasing. He's going to include a copy of Pinbuilder with his tables that he is selling. And one of the reasons for this is because Pinbuilder had, up until I changed the playfield wood to a modifiable mesh, it had and will again have a layout printer option or export option where you can just press O on the keyboard while you're in edit mode, and it will print out to a JPEG a large graphic of the playfield layout. So it would have markers and everything for where posts would go and holes and stuff like that. So you could lay that out on an actual piece of wood and then use that as a template for your real world game. So that's one of the things he and I are kind of working on right now. So that's very exciting.
That is so exciting. Oh my gosh. Yes. I love it. It's perfect. Okay. A few questions from the chat.
Okay.
So the first one was from Mr. Max. Mad MR Max.
Yeah.
I think that's one of your players, right, in the game.
I believe so. Yeah.
Content creators. What do you call people that are putting stuff into the? My terminology is so terrible right now.
Users, players.
Yeah.
Or
users.
Pinbuilders.
Oh.
That's kind of what I end up.
Fellow Pinbuilder, and then you can upload, your pinball machine that you've built to. What is that called? The market or what's the Steam terminology for that?
Steam Workshop.
The workshop. Right. So your Pinbuilder workshop. Anyway. He said, any chance there could be improvements to making it easier to use Pinbuilder on laptop screens, specifically working with non-widescreen aspects and touchpad mouse support?
Huh. Interesting. I do have a laptop that meets those specifications. The downside of laptops typically is, unless they're a gaming laptop, you really do need at least a decent video card that can run a game on it.
Right.
This system I build the game on is an older i7 6850K CPU with 24 gigs of RAM and an old EVGA 1080 Ti. So, I'm developing the game on that, but I do have an older laptop. I think it's an i7, and the game doesn't really run terribly well on that. But if you go into the settings here and you turn all these display settings way down, then you can probably run the game on there. And I would just recommend use a mouse. Using your finger on a little touchpad is going to be kind of a pain, I think. It's just never going to be the same. A mouse is really what you need because, you need a right click to do camera movement and stuff like that, and then left click for selection. But as far as play mode goes, yeah, you almost don't need that. Except for you should be able to use a mouse to select a game just to play it. And then you can use a keyboard to flip the flippers and shoot the ball and start the game and all that. So if your laptop can handle it, maybe do that. Unless that's all somebody has. And then if that's the case, I don't know, maybe worth looking into. But it's really a video game. It's designed to be used like a video game. So rather than, I know that some of the other programs like Future Pinball, which I've also like many years ago I've developed. I made an 8-ball deluxe for that back about 12 years ago. Right. Yeah, but those are much simpler graphic wise. So they're good for older laptops, I think. Anyways, that's my answer to that. Sorry, it was kind of lengthy.
No, it's good. The turning down the settings thing is actually a really cool tip, just for anyone that's dealing with, maybe you don't have the best video card. That's going to get you pretty far. By the way, the shining carpet, it's so awesome. This whole room is beautiful. The lighting detail, the textures, Anna. Okay, I'm going to go to another question real quick.
All right.
From Pinball Addict asked, will it be possible to do AR natively on PC, or would you need to use the virtual desktop pass-through on Quest?
It should be native. I am still in the process of learning about that and digging into it, but I will, my goal is to make it native so that you could basically select, like if you go here, like you could have open in AR or VR,
Nice.
That's my goal. So I want it to be as simple and seamless as possible. So I think that'll be my goal, AR or VR selection here in the menu. So that's the plan. And if not, I will have to let you know.
For sure. I love that you're doing constant updates on your channel, on YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. And in Facebook also. Try to keep up to date there. And a lot of teasers go out on the Facebook channel too.
Very cool. All right. Show us the gold room. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, and there's that picture at the end of the show or a movie.
Oh yeah, I love this little zoom in.
I also did a video. It's on another YouTube channel I have. It's I don't remember the name of the YouTube channel because it's been a while since I posted this video, but one day I was watching the movie, and I love analyzing this movie. It's just so fascinating. This picture is actually a really old picture from the 20s, and they superimposed Jack's face and some other faces onto the people in the thing, or in the picture. But one thing I noticed was this exit sign back here, which I thought looked awfully modern. And that got me to thinking about exit signs in the movie. And what I noticed after going back and analyzing the movie even further, and I should have put an exit sign in here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I didn't do that. But it's sort of fascinating. If you go through the movie and look at the exit signs, you'll notice that they don't actually point towards the exit of the building, of the hotel. They point towards like the Gold Room or to the center, to the Colorado Lounge. And so they're all pointing inward into the hotel. Like the exit is backwards. It's such a cool thing.
Whoa. So, and it's Stanley Kubrick, so that's got to be intentional completely, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, sure. I have to go. I never did notice that either.
So if you look on YouTube and you search for The Shining exit signs, my video is the first one to pop up. It's got like 17,000 views now. It's kind of
my gosh, I'm going to post it.
Okay. But it's so fascinating. I don't talk in that. I just, use text and stuff, but it's just I never get tired of the movie because my parents took me to see it in 1980 in the theater, and I was fascinated by it because Jack was just like my father, just like him. He had the two sides. Kind of on one side, he was kind of jovial, cool, hey, and then on the other side, he was a raging maniac, not a murderer, but just a rager, And so it was weird. I could identify.
Oh my God.
It was pretty weird.
It's such a scary movie.
Yeah. And I did not build this bathroom model. I did modify it with some texturing, and I had to add a couple of things to it. But I got this from Sketchfab. There's a link in the update video for that. But
I have goosebumps. Do not go any closer to that bathtub. Are you building a pinball video game or a horror game? I'm so scared.
Is she back there?
So great.
Where is she? Is she in there?
Know. Oh my
That's as far as you can. You can't go any further than that, though. It's sort of
thank
black.
God. My eyes are watering. My heart's beating so fast.
And no rivers of blood yet. I might add that.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, you have to. This is so awesome. Who would have thought?
Oh, I did also add the actual plug there, so there's power to the machines now, and those are little flexible cables that will move around once you come in and out. You have to load a table. Let's see. Let me just load up this one. This is one that one of our pin builders built. That's pretty fascinating. See there, the cables moving around. It's pretty neat.
Why you gotta make everything so creepy? I'm gonna have to play this game with the lights on.
You can turn the lights down.
I love the reflections on the nice chrome legs. Oh my gosh. That's when she should pop out. Oh no.
Oh, there's the Great Earth Mother.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That was outside Stuart Ullman's office. Yeah.
I love all the details you're putting in there.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm going to just keep making cool rooms like this, not all Shining related, of course. I'll just pick a different theme every time I make a room, because all my life, not only have I done programming and game development, but also 3D modeling, and I love it. And so building stuff like this, little environments for pinball play, is really fun. So I think that adds a cool, color to the game also. Yeah,
nice element to it. So in this room, can I put multiple pinball machines?
No, in this one it's one. Yeah, in this one it's just the one, and the only one that's got multiples really currently is this main arcade here, and this is probably the first room I think that I made for it.
Right.
So this one has whatever your most recent 5 games are that you've been tinkering with or working with or whatever, those will be the ones that show up in here.
Nice.
So as you can see, we got all those. And then there's our other game, or my other game, I should say, Meteor Commander, which is a knockoff, a 3D kind of fun version of Asteroids.
Yeah.
But I like this room in terms of the lighting quality. It had a really multicolored carpet before, and I decided to go ahead and change it to this plain gray carpet so that the room was less colorful, so that you could really see the color of your pinball machines without them being distorted by other colors, as it were. And they're just sense. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And let's see, what else is new? Yeah. So there's this one, which is just a basic garage. I want to make this a little bit dirtier and, make it look more like a garage, but it's got some stuff in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just kind of basic.
I feel cool.
Kind of space, yeah. And then somebody recently asked me if I could just put a black space in there. And so I put this one together. The outlet comes with the cabinet, so you're going to have a outlet connected to nothing. But but it's just an empty black space. There is a downside to black, however, and that is that, as you can see, black reflects black off of the metal.
Yeah.
So you don't get that illumination of the metal too well. And whereas in like one of these other areas, you get a lot better visual quality because it's reflecting something lighter.
Right.
Like that. So you can really see the stainless steel and stuff like that. Anybody got any more questions out there in Pinball land?
It would be cool in the Black Void if you could add other elements like RGB lighting somewhere just in the plane or field, but
yeah, maybe. Well, somebody was asking me once recently if it would be possible for users to make their own custom rooms. And I have thought about that previously, and truth be told, there's a lot of, it's almost like I had to build a custom database, and it's very complicated, in order to save all of the pinball machine colors, components, variants, scoring, logic, all that stuff. So that's an incredibly complicated sort of it's not an actual database, but it's an array of arrays, and it's a pretty complex save game structure. I would have to build something like that for the room, so it'd be like a whole separate editor. So kind of like how we have the edit mode, it would have to be edit mode for rooms. And if that ever comes to fruition, it won't probably be for some time, but that's not to say I can't do it. I mean, could surely add that, but I just wanted to point that out.
That's incredible. The sky is the limit.
It really is. Yeah, it really is.
You look at the ceiling, and then you can change the drop ceiling tiles to different stuff.
Right. Yeah. I did move those. I did move them up in the other room. They were low, like about where these are. And if I go up to the ceiling in here, you can. So here's our workshop. Before I move further, I did add a couple of things in here. I added this 8-ball pull string to this fluorescent light. And it actually moves, which is kind of fun. So I'm going to tab back into the arcade for a second and show you that I did actually raise the ceiling in here. That's why I looked up, because the ceiling's a little bit higher in here now. One of the reasons why is for virtual reality. It was really low. But now when we tab back in there, the little pull string will bounce, kind of. It's kind of funny. Boing. Oh. And then there's a little notepad with some notes on it that I put in there. So it's not the real to-do list. Oh, and here I have, you may recognize that. I can't get any closer to it.
Nice.
That's the receipt from something I received recently. Thank you.
Yay.
And that, the idea
nice. Guide. You got our little guide.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I'll show you some of the recent update stuff. Let me bring up the light a little. So if we go into logic mode, you can see that this is from a gentleman across the world. His name is Andar, and he has been doing a lot of really neat stuff. So this is one of his tables that he has done. And it's actually got some new features that I have recently added. He didn't do this CPU here. So when we put logic controllers in here, these are used to control the logic of switches and timers and logic flow. And now they can do a lot. So if we look here, we have event types for every logic controller, and there are a lot. So you can switch something on or off. You can toggle it back and forth from on or off. You can do sequential, random selection, and so on and so forth. I go on and explain all these in detail in the videos that I've posted with the updates for them. And I think the last video I did has more info about sequential, which had an update. and random select, and reset is new, and so on and so forth. But there are the event types for logic, and then there are completion types also. So if you want something to, have a certain, like if you want to turn a magnet on, you can toggle the magnet and you can toggle it on or off, depending, and so on and so forth. And there's also flipper inputs here. So basically, if you have a flipper input type there and you press a flipper, it will send a signal through that logic controller, and then you can do things like lane change, lighting up at the top, and things like that. And I've implemented that. Actually, I've implemented all of these options into the games that come with Pinbuilder, which are Twisted Circus, Star Destroyer, Kaiju Battle, Alien Meadow. This is behaving weirdly. And Unfathomable, and maybe not so much in Heavy Gunner. But if you want to see how some of the logic stuff works, you can check those out because they have logic control like that. But what I added recently was this collapsibility. So if you have a whole bunch of logic controllers, like this series of 10 here, and you're wanting to collapse them down so that they sort of take up less space, you can pick one of them, and as long as the group you have that you want to collapse all share the same group name up here, this is digit 1, then you press this collapse button and it collapses them into a CPU, and that will give you a little bit clearer image of your play field there. So the rest of them that are not this CPU over here all have no name, so they're all no group name set, and when you collapse them, it'll collapse all those to this one. So instead of all those logic controllers, you can collapse them down to just a few, and that really helps. And the N key will show all of the logic connections, regardless of if they're collapsed or not, and that gives you just an overview of your logic control. And you can also, let's see, let me change the color of this to make it a little bit different than the other two. And this one also will go green on that one. And now if I press that again, well, those are not sharing that green color. Oh, I know why. It's because it's not a group color. So if I want to expand these back out, I just hit that and you can see them all there. So if you go through and press these, let's see, if I click here and put the green color there, and then I click one and press the C key, it copies that color and pastes it, or it pastes that color to whatever you want. And that makes it really easy to change colors. And then when you go back and click on these, they'll show green. So if we show them all, you can see the green ones mixed in there.
Nice.
And that way you can differentiate your logic a lot better if you want to. And then you can, of course, collapse. And when you collapse down, I'm selecting number 5 here. And when I collapse them all down, it collapses and it shows the group name there. So it's really good for organizing all your logic.
That is amazing. Mad Max says he loves the CPU collapse on the logic controllers.
Yay!
Yeah.
By the way,
really cleans it up.
Oh, yeah. And you can move these out of the way if you want. But you got to remember that if you expand them back out, the one that you've moved is going to be the one that is the CPU. So if you select a different one and you collapse to that one, they'll all collapse to that one right there. So something to keep in mind, so you can collapse them over to the side or whatever. I just wanted to say Max is one of the most prolific pinball table builders in Pinbuilder. He has uploaded so many amazing tables to the workshop. So he's
awesome.
Really neat stuff.
Maybe we can check out one of his tables.
Yeah. Well, actually, I did that during a live stream that I did myself 2 weeks ago, and the video played a sound clip that he had used from.
Oh no, DCM8 or whatever.
Yeah, and I got a warning for a copyright violation, so that's why I'm like, okay, you guys got to be very careful. Don't upload copywritten material. That's a no, and there is a note when you when you click the let's see, let's just save this.
No, I mean,
when you
click, yeah. Okay.
So it's actually I need to add that. So I need to add do not upload copywritten material or whatever.
Oh yeah, totally.
So I thought I had that there, but I don't. So that'll be a new update.
Or maybe like you're not liable for any copyright material uploaded.
Yeah, something to that effect. But you know what's awesome is that Steam itself goes through any thing uploaded to the workshop, and it double checks to make sure that nothing in there is copyrighted. So I think it actually flagged that table of Max's because I went to go ban the table myself, and it was already hidden from view. So I think they actually already flagged it. Maybe Max could. Excuse me, I'm drinking espresso. So maybe Max could attest to that. I don't know, but anyway.
A question Max had in the chat too was, is there any chance there'll be ability to change the back height of the cabinet with a number versus just a deep or shallow switch or variant?
Probably. Well, that's like a good question. Yeah, so like this back section could be raised or lowered, like to a custom version. I would have to make all these parts custom meshes in order to do that. Right now, these are all static meshes. So if you change this to a wide, deep, you see it'll pop up like that. So let's go back to, you can see how it changes to the deep cabinet and the standard, and then the wide body is actually wider. You can't do that manually right now. And
can you change the pitch of the game?
Yes, you can.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me. So in order to do that, let's tab over to play mode, and I'll show you quickly how to do that.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. It's not a visual thing. The playfield itself doesn't actually adjust, but the physics do. So if we go here, I pressed the H key to show the back glass view, and it also shows your table angle and your field of view. So if we hold down the right mouse button and the Alt key, we can change our field of view. So you can really get that crazy field of view action going. And you can zoom in and get it wherever you like it if you want to. And 90 is the default. And then if we hold down, let's see, what is it? Hold down the control key, the left control, and just roll the mouse wheel, that will change the table angle. So essentially it says it's 45 degrees. So imagine the playfield tipped up at 45 degrees. So it behaves that way. So let me show you, let's load just a blank one, and I will show you how that looks.
Yeah, 45 is...
It's very steep.
Very steep.
All right, so I'm going to put a ball spawner up here, and I'll turn it around this way, and I'm going to give it a velocity of 1, so it basically will spawn and start rolling. If you have a velocity of 0, it'll just sit there and it won't move. That's by design. And let's see, I'll move that over here so it'll kind of bounce. Actually, let's give it something to bounce off of. This could be the precursor for our table that we build too. So
yeah,
I'll just put this here with the default of 4. And I'm going to switch to the silicone rubber. And we'll change it to... that blue is cool. All right, and let's change this to something else. I don't know, whatever. No, not green. Weird orangey puke color. All right, this will be a good demo. Actually, wait, let's go Midwest Gaming.
Yeah, there you go.
Expo?
Midwest Gaming Classic.
A classic, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so now we'll go back over here. And I'm just going to set the table down to its default of 12. And we'll start it. I don't know if you can hear my cat in the background.
No, I wish.
Come here, do that. He's meow. What you doing? Of course, he's right here now, and he won't say anything. All right, so this is
Pinball cats. That's the next thing you need to add in the game. Is your cat like walking around and jumping on the playfield? Typical cat stuff. Chasing the ball, standing on the glass.
There he is. He doesn't like that one. Doesn't like being picked up. Yeah, that's a great idea. Maybe I could do a 3D scan and put him on a corner or in a corner or something. Okay, so I'm going to spawn just one ball, and we'll see. This is the normal table angle. So that's what that looks like. Now, if we go up to 45 and I spawn another one, I don't know if you could tell, but it falls a lot faster.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Okay, wait a second. Why? There we go. All right, so let's go back down and let's do like 1 degree. They're still rolling down. Wait a minute. They're supposed to not roll at all. Oh, I know why. You know what? I've adjusted the ball physics, and I need to take that into account. They should just kind of roll around and not go anywhere, but
like the physics of the ball is a lot heavier? Or?
Yeah, it's, I think because, yeah, you see the one over here on the right side, it kind of has a lot less, yeah, it doesn't go down to 0, so it's not perfectly flat. That's the problem, because it's still putting some gravity onto the ball. So here, if we I probably should make that a lot faster. I think I'm going to have to add that to my update list to fix that, because it seems like it's not as drastic of a difference between 45. I mean, that would be like, it should be way faster. And then 0 should be, they'll just roll around and never go down the drain. So I definitely need to update that. But
and I think like for Stern games, they say a 6.5 to 7 degree incline is kind of their standard play, but
all right, yeah.
For faster gameplay, we usually hike up to whatever the tip of the 3-inch leg levelers are, which I guess is more of like 12 degrees or something like that.
Yeah, maybe 12. Yeah. On my old games, I have in the house currently I have Elvira and the Party Monsters, 8-Ball Deluxe, Firepower, Gorgar, an old Kiss, and Jungle Lord left. I've sold some, but I always liked putting a 2x4 under the back 2 legs.
Oh my God.
To give it a real...
You're even more savage.
Yeah.
You really get them hiked up. That's awesome. It makes the game fun.
It does.
Yeah,
it really does. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else new. I have a list. Hang on, I'll get my list here. So how's everybody else doing out there? Any more thoughts or questions or anything?
Pinball Addict said some pinball engines have had to change the entire world scale to enable the physics of small objects to be more accurate.
Well, this is actually based on real world scale. So whoops, sorry, I'm moving around so fast. So these posts are actually, so here's a cool story that I think you might appreciate. Back when I was doing restorations, I was working on a Bally Space Invaders. Art-wise, one of my favorite games. Play-wise, not so much. But I decided I was going to do a special post that I could 3D print with a Space Invader on it. And so I 3D modeled that, and this model that you're looking at right there, that post is the foundation I made, measured off of the posts off of the game. So this post is actually, I don't remember the height now. I use millimeters, but it is the height and width and size of an actual post. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, and to me that was really important because I had read, before I really got into development on this game, I decided I want this to be as realistic as I can possibly make it. And I thought I probably should have real world scale just to make sure that the physics work right, because Unreal Engine is based on real world. Their physics engine is their own, and it is based on real world scale. So that was really important to me. And you can actually change the ball weight here in settings. So the typical ball weight, according to Marco Specialties, is 81.5 grams.
Okay.
And so you can make it heavier if you want, or lighter if you want. That's just globally in the game, so that will change your entire gameplay slightly. That maybe should be a byte per ball or per table kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, so that's real world scale there. And the grid also, press 5 and you get the grid. That is also 10 millimeters each, or centimeters. So each thicker line is 5 centimeters away. So that's real world scale.
And that's going to be awesome to translate that into the Trident Pinball custom homebrew kits too.
Yes.
Printing that off and getting the gold cut.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think I have that. Do I have it enabled? No, I disabled it for the update. Yeah, for that, basically you press the O key in this edit mode and it will print out a layout for each of the 3 levels. So it'll do a 3-level. If you have playfield levels beyond just this one, so let's say you decide, hey, I want to have a second playfield, and you put this playfield in here. I'm going to code the game so that it says, oh, hey, I found this other piece of wood here, and I'm just going to make another level, so it'll print out, in this case, 2 layouts, one for this level and one for the bottom level.
Right, of course.
And all that. So yeah. And if you change to upper mode, it moves that grid up there so that you can use the grid there, and so on and so forth. So you can grab these guys and hold down Shift to snap and make like perfect squares if you want. I think my grid is actually slightly off. The movement is right, but I think I need to adjust the grid a bit, and that was something that I needed to do for this update, and I totally forgot. But anyways, so yeah, that's
yeah.
cool. I'll leave that there in case we decide to use it later.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna try to do a speed run to build a table together. So everyone in the chat as well too, if you have any suggestions on where you want to see stuff to go. I don't know how it got so late so fast, and I've been enjoying our dialogue. What's my time? I think we might get kicked out at midnight here, which is in about 15, 20 minutes. But we'll see. Let's just keep playing. That's all right. Till the lights go off. All right. So
All right.
I think, yeah. Man, where do we start? With the flippers. Last time we started
Oh, yeah.
with an upper play field and kind of worked reverse. So we'll go a little bit more standard.
All right. How about the new silicone rubber flippers?
Yeah, let's do it.
So what color do you want the silicone to be?
Let's do blue. For Jaws is our headlining game, so I've been
Ooh.
designing like ocean waves stuff here. We have our whole team, and
Nice.
so just
Want to do the whole
cool.
thing blue or?
Oh, interesting. Oh man,
We
it's too
can.
many
What color do you
choices.
think?
Yeah, sure.
Like blood in the water?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Sure.
And then
We're
I'll
pulling
just.
from our shining now. Yeah, and then you can just copy and paste to that.
Yeah. So in order to do that, I'll click on this one, and I just click on these two, and it copies them to here. And these two swatches show you what is in your copy. And so when you click on that, these two swatches show you the current colors. And when I press the C key, it copies these colors to whatever. So even if you have a post in there, you can do the same thing. And it copies the colors to those also. So, yeah.
Cool.
So let's see. Okay, so typically I would also start with flippers like that. And the next thing I would put is rails. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do these wire types? We can do these. We can use those, or we can also use these metal ones that are kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
And that can act like
metal ones.
All right. So we could do something like that.
Yeah, guides. Cool.
All right. I'll just put that up there. And that's almost straight. Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, so.
And then if we want a post to hold it up, we can just throw in one of these guys. Boop. And it's basically just like a holder.
Nice. So in Jaws, there's a feature, and there's a lot of games that kind of do this too. Viking or Paragon, I think maybe even Futures Ball has it, where if you nudge on the right side when the ball rolls down in the out lane, you get a chance to save it to get it back into the in lane to your flipper.
Okay. So is there some kind of post there that lets you bounce?
Yeah, right. It like bounces off the post.
So which type of post do you think?
Like the small metal post. Yeah, like that guy.
We could also use one of these. But yeah, I think that one.
Oh yeah, I think something with that type of post that like the ball hits it and it allows it to kind of have a chance to life save it.
All right.
Maybe that would be interesting to see if the nudge feature would bump it up into there too.
Yeah. Just do it like that.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then actually this lane is kind of wide. Let's use this guy over here. And I'm going to grab that ball. This is the size of the ball, so we could use it to gauge the width.
Oh, cool, yeah.
And let's see, with the grid off, we can still hold down the shift key and snap these to make them straight, like that.
Nice.
Let's see. And we'll just bring that up like that. That'll probably work. Let's go here. Actually, let's make that. I'm going to change that color. So one of the things I don't know if you've noticed me doing that makes it much easier to click and stuff. If you have this on select mode, then you can click stuff and it won't move. It'll just select it. Whereas if you're in grab mode, you can grab stuff and it might accidentally move, and that can get a little bit frustrating when your stuff's moving around. So, oops, I don't want that. Oh, I did fix the cancel on this so that colors don't accidentally revert to black. I'm gonna make these blue, just to keep it all kind of the same. Oh, this needs to be shorter, doesn't it? So we could, what do you think? Like maybe bump it there and...
Yeah. Can you make the tip less point? Yeah, something like that maybe. We'll give it the opportunity to bump up and go over.
Yeah. And we'll put one of these here.
Nice, roll over. Very cool.
And maybe one of these guys. Yeah, these guys have a silicone option as well. And let's go back and we'll grab those. And
oh, sweet, thanks, dude. Hell yeah. I got delivered dinner.
Ooh, nice. Dinner is good. So let's see. Let's make sure we got enough space there. It's about right. And that's probably good right there. Yeah, so we can maybe bounce it over and that gives us a chance. Whoop. Right in there.
Yeah. I wonder, maybe we need like, if it bounces and hits that rubber from the sling, it might just send it back.
Yeah. Okay, so we could scooch these guys over. Not that far maybe, but let's see. Let's put one of these here. Oops.
Oh, yeah.
So let's do that. So to kind of block it off, I want to make sure we got not too tight, but not too loose of a space there. And we can bring that down. And we'll keep that short there.
Oh, I think we forgot the shooter lane. Is it on?
No, it's right there.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh no. Oh, okay, it's already part of the cabinet. Great.
So we could do that red or blue. Not green. I want blue.
It's pretty.
There, that'll work. Something like that, maybe.
All right.
Yeah, that looks kind of cool. All right, so that should give us the ability, this lane may be a little wide, but it should give us the ability to bounce over and maybe not. I don't know though, now that I'm thinking about, well, yeah, that'll help to like feed it in here. Let's just see what happens if we put that right there and spawn a ball there and see if it just bounces over.
Yay.
Nope. All right. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have changed because you know what? That's probably pretty good because now we'll need English. So let me try this again. So the shorter your tap, oops, I knocked the ball back in there. Oh, too late. Oh, well, that worked, but I used the wood to knock it over.
Oh, maybe the post can be up a little bit higher and out more. Maybe like a...
So that it actually just bounces it over there? Okay. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, that's true. There's the nudging factor. You need to nudge.
Yeah.
Could you do that with your nudging?
I did, but the ball bounced off like right here. So I nudged it.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay, it was nudging.
Yeah. I think too, if this were higher, it might it would have a little bit more energy going that direction.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I like this idea. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Is that with you nudging or not at all?
No nudging, but it would have to roll fairly straight in there.
Oh yeah, true. So if it was coming at an angle, you would maybe need to nudge it to that direction. That's true.
let's see what happens if we move it over slightly so that it bounces off that other post right there, and just see what it does. If it'll.
Yeah.
So this is the type of iteration that I think is really helpful with